Hello, Chopper. Welcome. Hello. Welcome in, everyone who is here. It's been a while, and I've been kind of really sick, very lethargic, and like my body hurts all over. But I do want to start on this visual novel at least. So that's what we'll get into. This one is BL, which means like boys love horror visual novel, and I'm excited because it seems really cool. I love the art, love the aesthetic, and especially because it's horror, I'm looking forward to it. I didn't see anything about this visual novel, so I am very blind. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to kinda put my avatar down here, I think, or maybe smaller, just so. All right, there you go. So everyone can see the text better. That's all for today. Class monitor, please come up and copy the slides. Don't forget to post them in the class group chat. At 3:05 in the afternoon, with the sound of the class bell ringing, the last class of the day ended. I stuffed the pen and a cheap notebook from the cafeteria shop into my backpack's pocket and then zipped it. History of Chinese and foreign design is just as boring as always. It's a pure theory course after all. It's already pretty good that there's no assessment project to do. Nona, no. Nona, don't come here. Okay, don't come here. I know you just want to step on the keyboard, okay? Go away. Okay, how was my cat? Sorry about that. No. Nona. Nona. Shh. Go away. Nona. Nona. Okay. But I heard the final is closed book exam. There's gonna be so much memorizing before then. I super hate memorizing stuff. Who isn't? Chun-Chi, sitting next to me, stretches his arms while standing up and gestures for me to head toward the back door of the classroom. Wait, is there music on this game? No visual novel? I didn't hear it. Let me put the volume higher. Okay, should be good. I quickly put on my backpack and leave the classroom with him. During the break, the corridor of the first teaching building is crowded with people flowing in all directions. But inside, most are groups of girls, their chatter and laughter rising and falling one after another. I follow behind Chunxi. How do you spell his name? Chunxi? Maybe? Carefully dodging the oncoming students, and squeeze through the crowd to the main entrance of the teaching building. The autumn wind blows in my face, the outdoor air mixed with the scent of orange osmanthus and dried grass. We both slow down without prior agreement and pause briefly at the entrance. The design school I attend has always been like this. The hallways, the classrooms, even the noise between classes, all occupied by softer colors and sounds. In every major, female students make up the absolute majority, which has long become a perfectly ordinary sight. But the gender ratio in our class is even more extreme. In a class of 25 people, the only boys are Chunxi and me. What's even more coincidental is that we were assigned to the same dorm room when we first enrolled as freshmen. Also, at the beginning of this year, I moved out to live off campus because my other roommates were too loud playing games late at night. But this doesn't affect Chunxi and me often hanging out together on campus. It's still early today. Where are you planning to go after this? No particular plans for now. Don't wanna go crane game together? I heard from someone last week that the arcade on the third floor of Dayue Plaza got a machine with no limited edition Enchanted Kitty plushies. Enchanted Kitty. I remember the full title is The Cat Magician and just Enchanted Kitty's Adventure in Another World, which is probably an isekai slope again. It's a children's anime about isekai adventure that Chunxi likes. In freshman year, he always tried to recommend it to me one way or another. But I'm really not interested in anime. Oh. So up to now, I've only politely watched the opening theme of the first episode. Haven't you already bought a bunch of Enchanted Kitty plushies and put them in your dorm room? But those are limited edition. Just buy one from second-hand platform. Might even be cheaper than trying to catch it yourself. But catching it yourself was way more rewarding. You've got nothing else to do anyway, so just come with me. If you see any you like, I can try to catch them for you too. After Chunxi's constant pestering, I finally decided to go with him to the newly opened commercial building across from the school's north gate. The total area of the school is about 3,000 mu? Starting from the first teaching building, which is at the center of the school, it takes about 20 minutes to walk to the north gate, passing by the design school and the first cafeteria along the way. The campus is large, and since both the academic buildings and dormitories are in the northern part of the school, our daily range of activities is generally limited to the north area and just outside the north gate. Walking on the wide campus avenue, I couldn't help but start thinking about whether to buy a bicycle or an electric scooter as a means of transportation. Mingjin, check out the school confession wall. Chunxi, walking diagonally ahead, suddenly turns his head back and places his phone screen in front of me. Probably another anonymously submitted story about a scumbag. I turn my body to the side and don't even look at the screen. I'm not gonna look at that stuff. It's just too stupid. No, it's not what you're thinking. The latest post on there says a student from our college used the principal's mailbox to report a professor. Huh? Why would someone do that? Apparently, someone reported the professor for leaving early and making students self-study during practical classes. And now the school will send people to conduct a thorough investigation into the teaching situation at the design school. That's a good thing, right? How is that good? We won't be able to leave early anymore, and we'll have to finish all the assessment projects sitting in the classroom. Besides, most students are the type like me who just want to graduate. College life is obviously the easier the better. Never thought there'd be a traitor among the masses. Having to finish homework in the silent classroom at a fixed time really is inconvenient. But on the flip side, it also means more chances to interact with the professors, maybe even a chance to boost my GPA while I'm at it. I watched Chunxi freaking out and can't bring myself to say what I was really thinking. Alright, I heard from a senior earlier that we're taking photography class this semester, and most likely we'll take a bus to a garden in the neighboring city for a field trip. Photography class. Guess who's teaching it? No idea. Is that Professor Wang Jun, the one who's super strict with the assignments? I heard he goes through each photo in front of everyone and just tears them apart. Brutal public execution style. With Professor Wang Jun and the academic review coming down on us, my grades this semester are so screwed. Save me, my lord. I can't help you either, no matter how much I want to. Your dad's a professional wedding photographer, right? So you've got a photography in your blood. As if that gene even exists. Chunsi grabs me by the shoulders and shakes me back and forth, and my thoughts rip into the air. If photography class really starts this semester, like Chunsi said, then it might indeed be a bit of a problem. That thing. What am I going to do about it? Suddenly, a familiar voice from behind snaps me back to reality. Chunxi. Oh, hey, Xixin. You wanna come with us to this arcade? Fine, check. I've gotta get to the second teaching building for class. Sounds good. We'll do it another time. I'm about to ignore Xia Xishan and carry on walking when he calls out to me. Xu Mingjing. What? Got some good news. I snagged a spot for the anniversary show. Oh, really? Congrats, I guess. Thanks. How about you then? That's really none of your business, is it? Just checking in on a friend from the same club, that's all? You got 8 minutes till the bell rings. Maybe worry about whether you're gonna be late first. Xia Shishan shoots me that irritating smile of his, then quickly waves to Changxi before taking off toward the second teaching building. That's pretty impressive. I thought he joined the Glitter Club after you, didn't he? And he's already getting up on stage after less than a year of learning? That guy's sharp. Picks up everything fast. Always has, ever since I first met him. Or the childhood friend? No wonder. I also heard he took the second place in the university category at the Red Dot Design Award last semester. So that's what it looks like when someone's just naturally gifted, huh? That's awesome. Must be nice having a friend like that who's so talented. Awesome? We really did have fun together when we were kids, but at some point his presence just started to feel like pressure. If I could choose my childhood friend, I'd rather just help someone average. One worry after another keep piling up, and I feel persistent high-pitched ringing deep inside my left ear. I enter the ringing and start talking to Chelsea again. That photographic class you mentioned earlier, roughly when does it start? Isn't there a short-term professional course finishing up this next month? Oh my god, why can't my mouth keep up with the things I'm reading? Let me try that again. Isn't there a short-term professional course finishing up next month? I'm guessing the photography class will start right after that. Next one, huh? What, are you that excited about the photography class? No, I think I'll skip the U Plaza with you today. Already reached the note gate. Where are you off to? I adjust my glasses and quickly come up with an excuse. Practice guitar. Huh? I leave Changxi standing there dumbfounded, quickly walk out of the north gate and run toward the subway station. Okay, so the main character is obviously the quiet, reserved type, introvert. And then Changxi is like the happy-go-lucky, energetic one. And then Xia Xishan, I don't know if that's the correct way to pronounce his name. Xia Xishan. He's basically the gifted childhood friend who's probably harbor no ill feelings towards the MC, and he wants to kind of just be friends and close with him. We'll see if that's true. I get on the subway line 1, sit down on the smooth stainless steel seat, and stare blankly at the route map. Next, I need to go home first. There's something more important to do than practicing guitar. Also, lying to Chun-Si just now gave me a slight pang of guilt. This was something I couldn't bring myself to tell anyone else. After transferring to Line 4 at Citizen Center Station, I will be home in just a few more stops. I never left Wuxi City throughout my entire time as a student. Student? It's not that I didn't want to go to a bigger city in another province for school. It's just that my grades got me no further than this. During my senior year of high school art intensive training, I took school-specific entrance exam for 13 different schools across the country. In the end, the only school that accepted me was 211 Comprehensive University right here in Wuxi. Also, I narrowly missed out on my dream of going to the Capital Academy of Fine Arts. But the fact that the school is close to home and its design program ranks among the top in the country made me feel that this outcome wasn't so bad. My parents were fairly satisfied with my decision to ultimately enroll in a university within our city. So at the beginning of this year, when I proposed moving out of dormitory and renting a small place near the school to live on my own, my parents readily agreed. And every month after that, they gave me an extra 300 yuan for living expenses. How much is 300 yuan? Oh, wait, that's so cheap. Then again, it's like this is set in China. So, or the Asian countries are not as rich? About 10 minutes later, as the announcement for the station airfall sounded, I quickly snapped back to reality and stepped off the subway. Take exit 2 of the subway station, walk straight along the street on the right, and I'll get to my neighborhood in about 5 minutes. I enter the neighborhood, go to building 5, floor 14, take out my keys from my backpack and open the door. My parents should still be at work at this hour. Sure enough, when I enter the house, I found no one inside. Perfect opportunity. I changed into indoor slippers at the entryway, casually tossed my backpack on the floor, and then rushed right into my bedroom. I take out a small gray storage box from the bottom shelf of the bookcase and open the lid. Inside the box are my middle school diaries. Neatly stacked and placed next to the diaries is a silver gray set. You didn't change or edit that. Sony DSC W530. This is a compact digital camera that has been lying idle, which I borrowed from my father when I was in primary school, 5th grade. This camera was released in late 2010, and in recent years I've heard that compact digital cameras have seen a resurgence in popularity. Indeed, fashion moves in circles. It comes back around every 10 years. I stare fixedly at the camera, but for a long time, I can't muster the courage to pick it up again. The last time I used it was in the primary school, 6th grade, right before graduation. Shortly after that thing happened, I haven't been able to go near a camera at all. I only use my phone's camera when I absolutely have to. If that photography class Chun-Si mentioned ever starts, then using a camera for the assignment is something I'll have to deal with. By then, the curse I've been carrying will probably be forced out into the open. Rather than just waiting for it to get to me, I might as well find a way to deal with it myself while I still can. The ringing in my ears comes back, carrying with it the familiar wave of anxiety. I endure the needle-like pain deep in my ear and reach for the camera with a trembling hand. Let me drink something. I plug in the charging cable and hold my breath while the battery charges. I hold down the power button and the Sony logo slowly appears. The dark screen finally lights up. I take a deep breath. I can't speak. Am I just dyslexic or what? I take a deep breath, make up my mind, and press the playback button for the photo gallery with my right thumb. There it is on the screen. The photo I've been trying so hard to forget for the past 9 years. In the center of the photo is a girl who looks about 10 years old, maybe. The whites of her eyes are slightly visible. Her unfocused gaze fixed on the void, as if she can't see anything at all. Her arms and legs hang straight down, her body suspends in midair, with no sign of struggle. Her face is pale and bloodless, with the trace of dried snot beside her slightly open mouth. Between the ledge of the transom window and her slender neck, there is only a tightly stretched knit scarf. The scarf should have looked soft and warm, but now it is like a rope digging into her flesh, holding her suspended in the air. The sheer intensity of the image makes my stomach tighten sharply. Nausea surged up out of nowhere. No matter how fast I am, I clap a hand over my mouth with my sleeve, but I still feel the burn of acid rising from my stomach, a sharp sting in my nose, and tears well up without me even realizing it. Delete it! Deep in my mind, a voice cut through with a sharp warning. I squeeze my eyes half shut, only daring to peek through my lashes to roughly find the delete button on the screen. My fingers fumble across the camera, desperately searching for the delete button. But fear has completely messed up my movements. I have lost count of how many times I have pressed before the confirmation pop-up finally appeared on the screen, asking if I want to delete the photo. I press the confirm button again with all my strength, and only then does the ominous photo finally disappear from sight for good. That should do it, I guess. I can't be sure if the curse will still be there after deleting the photo, but it's the only solution I can come up with. I take out my phone to check the time. My mom won't be off work for another half hour. Yeah, I better make a quick exit. Avoid her asking too many questions about me suddenly coming home. I shove the camera and my phone into my pants pocket, put everything in my room back where it belongs, then sling my backpack over my shoulder and head out. I grab a quick dinner at some place on the street, then take the subway back to the studio apartment I rented near school. As well gives way to winter. The sun starts setting earlier and earlier. Claire de Lune? On the background? It is only a bit past 7, but the sky has already gone pitch black. I open the curtain and look outside through the glass window. There are no stars, no moon in the sky, just the scattered lights from the old residential complex from my apartment building. The complex across the way is called Li Tianxin Chung. I don't know how to spell it, guys, I'm so sorry. I actually checked it out before renting my place earlier this year. There's a certain logic to how residential complexes in Wuxi are named. If the name includes Xinchun or Chun, it's usually a complex built in the last 80s or 90s. Most of those are full of older residents, but rent is cheap, great value if you're looking for a place. But Lijian Xinzhong has way too many abandoned buildings sitting empty. Even in broad daylight, the place feels kind of creepy. In the end, I decided to rent the apartment next to the Xinchun instead. The rent and utilities for the apartment rent a few hundred more per month than the old residential complex, but I can manage to afford it with what my family gives me. If I tighten my belt a bit more, I could even set some aside. I sit on the edge of the bed and pull the camera out of my pants pocket. Maybe it is because of my dad's job, but up until I took that photo of the hanging body, I've always really loved photography. After I borrowed this camera in primary school, 5th grade, I barely went anywhere without it. I'd even hide under my covers at night, secretly flipping through the photos I'd taken during the day. Taking all kinds of photos around the school with Xia Shishang, That's probably my most memorable memory from childhood. It's a shame that time was too short. It didn't even last a year. I went to revisit those memories, so I hold down the power button and open the gallery. But the moment I turn on the photo gallery, it is as if a thunderbolt has exploded right above my head, and every hair on my body stands up, cold and possessed. The photo of the body I thought I've deleted is back. How is that possible? I frantically deleted the photo again, then restart the camera. But no matter how many times I deleted it, every time I restart the camera, the photo would come right back, like a twisted magic trick. Maybe it's just broken from not being used after all this time. After dozens of attempts, I feel dizzy, and then the ringing starts. I try my best not to think about the worst case scenario, so I power off the camera and shove it into my backpack. Out of a sense of avoidance, I turn my gaze to the window. When did someone move into that building? I furrow my brow, narrow my eyes, and study the top floor of the building directly across the street. That one has been empty for a long time, usually blending into the night. Yet tonight, a faint glow is showing behind the window on the top floor. In the dim yellowish light, I can just make out a dark silhouette standing by the window. It stands there in silence, gazing at the window as if locking eyes with me. He's just standing there, menacingly. I'm so sorry. Just can't help myself. The silhouette is a little blurry, but the hunched figure gives the impression of an elderly person. But there's something strange. The figure seems to be holding a large pair of skizzers. Skizzer Walker? Skizzer Man! Ever since I started watching, the skizzers keep opening and closing with a mechanical rhythm. The quick rhythmic opening and closing of the scissors, paired with the stiff, motionless figure. It is such an unnerving mismatch that I can't help but think of a mental patient trapped in some kind of repetitive, mechanical movements. What is that thing? A creeping dread washes over me. I shudder and yank the curtains shut. I go to the corner of the room and pick up the natural finished guitar from its stand. I give the strings a hard pluck, trying to settle my rushing heart with the song. Practice time just flows by. It's already 11:30 at night by the time I finish showering. I muster up the courage to pull the curtain open again and cautiously peek out. The top floor window across the way is still pitch black. The figure I've seen earlier is nowhere to be found. I guess I was just too freaked out about the photo thing, so I was seeing things or something. Better just call it a night and figure it out tomorrow. I turn off the lights and lay back down in bed, but sleep just won't come. I toss and turn for a long while before finally drifting off to sleep. This is the opening? Chu Mingjin. 夏西乡. Okay. Oh. Oh, they're so dead. They're so fucking dead. Cool. Exciting. Sharing grief. My morning schedule this semester is packed. I got a morning class almost every day. The alarm goes off right on time at 7 a.m. It's piercing rain hitting my eardrums like a hammer. I force my eyes open, drag myself out of bed, splash some water on my face, and hurry out the door. The moment I step out of the apartment, the autumn wind hit my face, and only then do I wake up a little. Even so, my head is still foggy, and my steps feel floaty, like I am moving through a dream. The breakfast vendor downstairs is already hard at work. The familiar scent wafting from the steaming baskets nudged my sluggish appetite awake. I grabbed 3 pork buns and 3 may con. What? How do you spell that? Is there a way to spell it? How to spell? All right, I'm not going to. I'm not going to look how to spell it. If I butcher it, so be it, I guess. My contact. Once the warm paper bag in my hand is a small comfort. Ever since I moved off campus, Chunxi and I have had this unspoken arrangement where we just split things up. He saves me seats in the back of the classroom, and I bring him breakfast from outside of the school every day. He was the one who came up with it first. Ever since freshman year, Chunxi, who's from the north, has had a lot to say about the meat buns at the cafeteria. He just can't stand the sweet-leaning pork filling they use on wuxi, to the point he avoids it like the plague. He asked me to see if I could find any savory pork buns outside the school. Lucky for me, there's a breakfast vendor selling savory pork buns just on the corner of my street. Every time I pass by the stall, the warm, savory aroma of pork fills the air. It's hard not to stop for a moment. Over time, buying breakfast for Chunxi makes me a regular at the stall. After grabbing the buns, I stop by the convenience store next door and grab 2 bottles of coffee. I'm not really a coffee person. Maybe it's from not sleeping last night, but today the exhaustion feels worse than usual. The cashier hands me the bag with a smile. I take it from her in a daze, a wave of fake fatigue washing over me inside. Grabbing the breakfast and coffee in a hurry, I take a deep breath, try to pull myself together and head to school. Clank. Oh, that's a scissor sound. A strange metallic grinding echoes in my ears. At first I thought it was just the ringing in my ears from being tired, so I didn't pay any attention and just kept walking with my head down. But after just a few steps, the strange sound seems to be closing in, its rhythm growing clearer, like it's slowly falling into step behind me. A chill creeps up my back. I grip the breakfast bag tighter without thinking, then wipe around and scan the street with my eyes. But all I see is the familiar streetscape, just like any other day. Just my imagination again? I shake my head, trying to settle the unease that has started to creep up inside me. Still, I can't help but pick up the pace on my way to school. Here, 3 pork buns for you. Thanks, Minjing. Already sent the money on WeChat. I make it to the classroom on the first floor of the design building, the one at the far end, 15 minutes before the bell rings. After settling into our usual seats in the back, Chunxi and I start splitting the buns. Munching on buns while watching the professors and other students trickle into the classroom has become our usual routine. We're majoring in visual communication design. Most of our core classes are held inside the design school building, while the more theoretical general education courses take place in the number one teaching building. This morning's core class is poster design. Once the professor finishes explaining all the theory, we'll probably start on the practical part and work on the assessment projects. In the past, for the practical part of the class, the professor never made us come in except to occasionally check on our progress. All we had to do was submit the project before the end of the semester. But now that the school's checking up on classes, we'll have to show up on the time every day. Hope I can actually manage to get up early and make it to class on time when winter comes. The bell rings. The professor stands at the podium, turns off the overhead lights, and starts the PowerPoint slides. I down a bottle of coffee and try to shake off the drowsiness so I can focus on the lecture. Shouldn't you be localizing the sound as snip snip, not clang? The metallic sound drips to my ears again from a distance. I nudge Chunxi with my elbow, who is sitting next to me and about to doze off. Hey, do you hear something weird? No? But I do think the lecturer today is super sleepy. You didn't hear it? That clanking sound? What are you talking about? Clank. The metallic sound grows closer, ringing in my ears. At some point, a cold bead of sweat has trickled down my forehead. I nervously glance around. The other students are either on their phones or focused on the lecture, like they don't even notice the strange, out-of-place sound. Am I the only one who can hear it? Where's that sound coming from? It feels so real, yet somehow it's like it doesn't belong here at all. I slowly shift my gaze towards the window on the left side of the classroom. My eyes just my eyes settling on the glass behind the curtain. And then my heart nearly stopped. A figure appears outside the window. I stare intently at the figure, watching it sway and slowly close in on me with the metallic sound. The unease inside me keeps swelling, like it is about to burst. Hey, Chelsea, look out there, quick! I try to keep my voice down, but it would just stop trembling. What's that? That figure. It's exactly the same as the one I saw last night. Where? Are you seeing things? Chunxi looks toward the window, a puzzled look on his face, as if he sees nothing at all. Are you blind? There's a huge figure walking towards us, right toward us. How can you not see it? I almost grab him by the arms and shake him, just to make sure it isn't just in my hand. Oh, hey, Mingchun, calm down. You're gonna get us in trouble if you're that loud. Just look! The figure outside the window! But I really don't see anything. Am I really the only one who can see this? That's impossible. The figure slowly grows clearer, moving with terrifying unnatural gait, inching closer to the window step by step. Nowhere to run. I can only stand here and watch helplessly as it keeps coming closer. Oh, okay. Suddenly the figure lunges forward, slamming against the window. Its face rests against the glass, almost distorted. My eyes go wide in shock. That face, its features are completely out of place, eyes hanging half an inch from the sockets, lips stretched all the way to its ears like it's grinning at me. Yet its gaze holds an unnameable rage and despair. Its skull looks caved in, like it has taken a heavy blow. That mangled face slowly slides across the glass, leaving a trail of dark red blood. Ah! My voice
let out a...
Wait, what is that? Can the narrator... How do I turn off this shortcut of narrator? That really broke my immersion for a little bit. My phone... Wait, did I read the previews? My voice let out a scream I couldn't control. Okay, my phone, which has been sitting on the corner of the desk, gets knocked off and hit the floor with a dull thud. Okay. The professor and the other students are staring in shock at my strange behavior. I am the only one staring at the bloody face, consumed by endless fear. Oh. And then Meng Jing just suddenly yelled out in class. What exactly happened? No idea, honestly. Just look at him. He's still completely out of it. At noon, with my head still a mess, Chun-Shi drags me into the cafeteria. He grabs my meal cart out of my backpack, orders me a braised chicken rice from the usual spot, then grabs a random spot in the corner. Before I knew it, Xia Shishan is sitting across from me with his tray. Even though Xia Shishan is in industrial design, a different program with a totally different schedule, he still ends up running into us in the cafeteria around mealtimes pretty often. Over time, Chun-Shi just gets into the habit of saving him a spot. Usually, Xia Shishan likes to subtly but deliberately show off to me while he's eating. After hearing what Chun-Shi said, for once, he actually focuses all his attention on me. I stare at the steaming braised chicken rice on the table, not feeling like eating at all. My mind keeps replaying everything that has been happening since yesterday. That figure first showed up last night, and just before that, I went home to grab the camera and try to delete the photos. Could it be that the figure is connected to the photos too? Right. Speaking of the photos, there's something else I need to check. Minjin, are you okay? What did you even see? Could you let me take a photo of you too? Huh? In response to my sudden request, both of them looks confused. Before they can react, I pull up my phone, turn the camera, and quickly hit the shutter button. Knew it. The curse is still there. I look at the photo I've just taken and my head drops in despair. What do you mean? With Chun-Shi pressing me for answers, I realize I have no choice but tell him everything. Do you believe in ghosts? Why are you bringing up ghosts all of a sudden? You probably won't believe this, but I have been cursed by a ghost since I was a kid. I ignore the confused looks on their faces and keep talking. Xia Shishan probably remembers. Back in primary school, 5th grade, I borrowed a camera from my dad and brought it to school every day to mess around with. Yeah, I remember that. I kept bugging you to take pictures of me all the time back then. Then you just suddenly stopped after a year or so. But honestly, you lose interest in things pretty fast, so I'm used to it by now. It wasn't a short-lived thing. It's because not long after I took that photo of Wang Mengyao's body, strange shadows started showing up in the photos I took of people. Wang Mengyao? I thought she transferred before graduation. Where did you even see her body? Xia Shishan sets down his chopsticks, his eyes wide, waiting for me to answer. Oh, that girl Wang Mengyao, was she in your guys' primary school class? Yeah, we were close. She didn't just suddenly transfer. She died. The teacher probably found it hard to say, so they made up the story about her transferring. Hey, Shishan, you remember that random week off we got right before primary school graduation? Yeah, I remember. It's because Wang Mengyao hanged herself at the classroom door after school. What? And you took photo of her? Hang on a second. What did you do, Mingjing? Looking back on it now, I was probably the first one to find her body. But I was so scared back then. Without even thinking, I just snapped a photo in a panic with the camera, and then I didn't say a word and just ran straight home. What are you doing? What?
Su Mingjing dash.
Until now, I haven't told anyone about this. As I explained, I pulled the camera out of my backpack. My hands trembling, I turned the camera on, tapped on the first photo in the gallery, and set it down in front of them. What the? After Chun-Shi sees the photo, he spits out the whole mouthful of rice into the table with a splat. Oh! Xia Shishan, on the other hand, claps nervously, clearly trying how to calm the tumult inside him. After I took that photo of the body, I never touched this camera again. Then after a while, I borrowed another camera from my dad, and that's when weird stuff started happening. Whenever I take a photo of someone, these weird human-shaped shadows always show up in the picture. At first, I thought it was just a camera glitch or something. So one weekend, I dragged Xia Shishan over to my place and tried taking photos with 3 or 4 different cameras. but the shadows were in every single one of them. Yeah, I remember now. There was that one time you snuck me into your dad's bedroom and took a bunch of photos of me with all those different cameras. I wanted to see the photos you took, but then you just started crying like a fountain and chased me out. Yeah. After that, I knew the shadows in the photos had to be a curse from Wang Mengyao, punishing me for running away when I should have helped her. So that's why you never took pictures anymore. Xia Shishan nods slowly, like something has just clicked. No wonder I haven't seen you take a single photo since freshman year. But that sounds kind of unscientific. Can I see the photo you just took of us with your photo? With your phone? Chunxi cranes his neck and glances at the phone clenched in my hand. So without a word, I tap on the gallery and set the phone down flat on the table. In the photo, Chunxi and Xia Shishan have their mouths half open with surprised looks on their faces. It is kind of funny, honestly. Right between them, there's a blurry, human-shaped shadow. The shadow just stands there, menacingly, straight and still. Who knows what it wants? No way. After seeing it for himself, Chunxi finally realized I wasn't just talking nonsense. It's good that they can see the shadows. Imagine if our MC just is the only one that can see the thing. Oh my god. As that would be so horrible. He immediately tears his gaze away from the photo and frantically glances back over his shoulder, checking again and again to make sure there is nothing behind him. This black thing, is it going to show up in real life? As of now, it only shows up in the photos I take. It's not actually following you guys around too. That's good. Hey, so what are you gonna do about that photography class? I went home to dig out the camera yesterday because I was worried about that photography class. I was thinking, maybe if I just deleted the photo of the body, it might break the curse. But as it turned out, even after I deleted it, the photo just came right back in the camera. That's not even the scariest part. Ever since I dug up that photo yesterday, I noticed there's this ghostly figure with scissors that's been following me around. And the reason I suddenly yelled out in class today, that's when I saw it too. Stop right there. I can't handle any more of this. I'm seriously terrified of ghost stories. Oh my god, I can't believe. Hey, Shishan, are you okay? Following Chunxi's words, I look over at Xia Shishan. His lower eyelid switches slightly, a look of sheer terror in his face. His gaze fixes on the phone on the table. Looks like the shadow in the photo spooked him pretty bad too. Even the sharpest minds can't escape the grip of fear when it comes to the supernatural. I'm fine. Just space out for a sec. So basically, you got cursed by that photo of the body you took back in primary school. Now whenever you take a picture of someone, shadows show up, and you can see some weird ghostly figure in real life. I nod silently. Honestly, I don't want anyone to know about this curse, but the situation now is more than I can handle on my own. I take a deep breath, push the now cold braised chicken rice aside, and give a deep bow to this dude sitting across from me. I'm sorry for dragging you guys into this, but honestly, I don't really have anyone else. So if it's okay with you guys, would you help me find a way to get rid of this curse? Come on, you're being way too dramatic. We're all friends here, of course we'll help you out. I mean, I'm honestly terrified of all this supernatural stuff though. Not even sure what I can do to help. Speaking of which, shouldn't we get some kind of professional to handle this? What do you think, Shishan? Chunxi hesitates a little bit, then turns back to Xia Shishan. Honestly, with his IQ, if he goes looking for some professional help, he'll most likely end up getting scammed out of a good chunk of money by superstitious con artists. Wow! Son of a brat! No, you didn't have to burn him like that. Of course, no matter the situation, he always finds the perfect moment to take a jab at me. But right now, I need something from him. So I bet back the urge to punch him and force out a question through gritted teeth. So he's like, okay, Xiaxishan is kinda, I have a working theory that he's insecure, and that's why he keeps flaunting his, things. Anyway, so got any bright ideas? Well, think about it. If the curse came from Wang Mengyao, then why don't we just go and look into her? Even though she's passed away, she's probably got some family left, right? Maybe we can find out something from them. And if that doesn't work, we can always get spiritual about it. Just get them to find a Taoist priest to do some kind of ritual. Maybe perform a ceremony to help her spirit move on. Something like that. We don't even have her family's contact info. How are we supposed to find them? Xiaxishan let out a sigh and presses his right hand to his forehead. That's why I called you stupid. Your mom was our Chinese teacher back then, wasn't she? She probably got all the students' family info and contact details anyway. Right, why didn't I think of that? Xiaxishan is 2 months younger than me. We live in the same neighborhood, and back in primary school, we both went to experimental primary school, the one closest to where we live. The complicated history between us actually started way before us, with our parents. His uncle and my mom have been close friends for years. They were even colleagues at experimental primary school. Xiaxishan and I ended up in the same class all the way from primary to middle school. Honestly, my mom probably arranged it on purpose. But having that connection between our families didn't do me any favors. It just meant I've been forced to measure up against Xiaxishan since I was a kid. In the end, there wasn't a single thing, grades, personality, anything, where I could hold a candle to him. At least by the time we got to high school, we were finally in different schools. They let me finally escape that invisible competition and pressure, gave me a chance to live freely for a while, and that's when I picked up art. But fate just wouldn't let me off the hook. Then after the college entrance exams, I ended up getting into the same university and the same school as Xiaxishan. He got in through the general exam while I came in through the art admissions route, so we ended up in different majors. We kept running into each other on campus, and honestly, it gets on my nerves. And this guy, honestly, his personality's been getting more and more twisted since middle school. He's always making fun of me, constantly pointing out my flaws and acting like I'm an idiot. He just doesn't go easy on me at all. If it weren't out of respect for my mom, I probably would have cut ties with him a long time ago. Even if your mom doesn't have the old records, didn't we all fill out those friendship notebooks back in the first half of 6th grade? Wang Mengyao filled one out too, right? Those things usually have home addresses and contact info. Should be in there if we flip through it. He has a point. Back in primary school, we still fill out those paper friendship notebooks. It wasn't until middle school then, when we were finally allowed to use phones and other electronics on a daily basis, that we stopped doing them. By graduation, it was just a quick exchange of online contact info with close friends. The awkward part though, is that I probably bundled that notebook up with all my old art rejects back in high school and sold the whole pile to a recycling station. Guess I'll have to ask my mom after all? But I don't really want to let more people in on this curse. And knowing my mom, she'd probably get all nosy and ask a ton of annoying questions. Should I do? Okay. Let me save this. So, I'm assuming that how do we, there must be bad ends on this, right? And then there's good ends. So what is the requirement to get bad ends? Is it wrong choice? Does this choice matter? Okay, you know what? I'm really interested in Xiaxishan and this MC's history. I want to know. Like, I like Chenxi. Oh my god, I keep forgetting his name. Like, I really want to know what's happening between them. At this point, I have no choice but to ask Xiaxishan for help. He was class president back then, pretty popular. His friendship notebook definitely had everyone's info. Then let's go to your place today and look through yours. I mean, sure, but didn't you collect one too? Does it really matter whose we use? What's the big deal with checking yours? I adjust my glasses awkwardly, silently praying Xiaxishan won't notice. Let me guess, you either lose that friendship notebook by accident, or you sold it with a pile of scrap paper, am I right? Completely seen through. I cannot come up with a comeback. I just lower my head and shovel down 2 big bites of braised chicken rice. Kinda wanna check out your place too, Shishan. Show the local guy around, yeah? Right as I am trying to figure out what to say, Chun-Si steps in and pushes the conversation along. Xia Shishan across the table let out a chuckle. Alright, fine. Come over to mine. My class doesn't get out until after 3 though. Let's meet at the North Gate subway entrance at 3:30? Cool. Gives me time to hit up some games in the dorm after lunch. Alright, see you guys in a bit. With that, Xia Shishan picks up his tray and leaves the table. You know, despite being a little prick, he's actually very, accommodating, if I may say so. Hey, Mingjing, you wanna come back to the dorm with me? If you want a nap, you can crash on my bed. Nah, if you guys are gonna be gaming together, there's no way I'm sleeping through that. I'll just go hit the library and study some vocab. Damn, always on that grind. Alright, I'm done. I'll head out. Yeah, see you later. I pull up my phone, set an alarm for 3:10, then go back to my lunch. So, where's Chun-Si? Shh, I'm calling him. After listening to the dial tone for a good 10 seconds, I hang up and give up on the third attempt. Still no answer? I'm guessing he's got his headphones on playing games with his roommates. Once these guys start gaming, they forget sleep even exists. Guess it's just the two of us then. Just the two of us. What's the matter? Can't handle being without Chun-Si? Better to deal with the curse sooner rather than later. I'm not exactly on our side. But if you're fine with that shadow thing following you around, I have got nothing to say. Every time I'm with Xiaxishan, Chun-Si is pretty much always there. If Chun-Si is not around, I instinctively steer clear of Xiaxishan. Even if I run into him on campus, I just pretend I don't see him and brush past. To me, Chun-Si isn't just a friend. He's like a kind of buffer. When Chun-Si is around, he balances out the awkward tension between me and Xiaxishan. Conversations naturally drift away from the strain between us and onto other things, giving us all some breathing room. Now that he isn't here, the bridge is completely gone. A wave of awkwardness washes over me. Can I even have a normal conversation with Xiaxishan without a buffer? But I don't have the luxury to worry about that right now. Okay, let me get some drink. And going to start the ad soon because because the pre-roll is about to go off. Let me go AFK a little bit. I'll be right back. And we're back. Ah, I got some cheese, like crepe right now. It's so good. But I don't have the luxury to worry about that right now. Dealing with the curse is urgent. Way more important than whatever weirdness is going on between us. I let out a sigh, show down the tangled maze of nerves and hesitation, and finally make up my mind. Forget Chunxi. Let's go. Xia Shishan and I walk in silence the whole way to the subway station. Then take to the stop near our neighborhood. Our houses are close, just a few buildings apart. Back in primary school, we used to hang out at each other's places all the time, through class. Those were good days. Right after I started high school, I never set foot in his house again. Our lives just drifted apart, and even the familiar places from back then started getting hazy in my memory. From what I remember, his parents got divorced pretty early and he was raised by his mom and his uncle. Then in middle school, his uncle died in a car accident. After that, his mom raised him on her own. Maybe the way he acts toward me changed because of everything that happened in his family. But it's not like I did anything wrong, so why does he always have to pick on me? Probably because he's jealous. Walking beside Jia Shishan, I subtly study his profile, and without realizing it, I feel a little wistful. What's up? Been so long you forgot the layout of my place? Slippers are on the shoe cabinet. Just grab a pair for yourself. Yeah. Xia Shishan doesn't bother turning on the overhead light in the living room. He just changes into his slippers and heads right in for his bedroom. I follow behind him, quietly glancing around the dimly lit living room. The furniture arrangement is way more minimal than I remember. Like he's gotten rid of a lot of stuff. Your place looks a lot simpler than before, doesn't it? My mom's been following this minimalist thing she saw online. She says it's good for mental health. She does a deep clean ever so often, just as anything she doesn't need. Pretty sure I put the friendship notebook on the bookshelf. You can take a look. Xia Shishan flips on the bedroom light as he speaks, then steps aside to give me space. God damn! Point and click? On my visual novel? There's a gameplay on visual novel? No way! There's a little Atomos squeaky toy. I remember giving it to him for his birthday 3 years ago. Didn't expect he'd still have it. I remember when we turned 10, we gave each other's birthday presents. Did you ever solve that 6-piece puzzle I got you? I just had my dad take it apart for me. Call it. There is detailed astronaut model sitting there. Looks like something he'd built himself. He's always been into building models since we were kids. He even asked me to help him a few times. But the second I saw how complicated the instruction diagrams were, I was out. How long did this one take you? Let me guess, 30 minutes? Oh, about 2 weeks, okay. Doesn't sound too hard then. Yeah, not really. But if it were you, probably you'd take a whole year, I'd say. Damn, he just needs to bring the MC down always as he's talking. There's a small stand on the desk. I pull out an unassuming slip of paper from it. I give it a closer look. I realize it is a printed copy of his college entrance exam score report. With scores like this, you could have easily gotten in the top tier 985 in Beijing. Why'd you end up coming to this school? My mom has been troubled with all kinds of illness in recent years, so I decided to stay in the city. Don't you regret it? I'm pretty happy with how things turn out. Honestly, I wouldn't get to see someone make a fool of themselves every day at any other school. Oh, okay. He just likes the MC. Okay. He just likes Mingjing. Huh? He likes Mingjing, okay? He gets the same hobby. God damn it. What made you decide to join the Guitar Club anyway? What? Not allowed to pick up a new hobby? Why the Guitar Club though? Yeah. Why, I wonder? Oh gee, I wonder why. Tucked into the inner shell of the bookcase is a thick friendship notebook. I pull out. What? I pull it out. Okay. The pages are a bit yellowed and fragile. I carefully flip through each one. And finally, there it is. The page with Wang Mengyao's name. Found it! But there's no phone number. Just the home address. Address is enough. We're all in the same area anyway. Shouldn't be too hard to find. I pull up my phone, tap on the system built-in notes app, and tap in the address from the friendship notebook. Xia Shishan watches me from the side. It's Saturday tomorrow. You and Chunxi are free, right? No, I am. No idea about Chunxi. Then let's meet at the school's north gate tomorrow at 10. I'll text Chunxi. Why do you get to be the one calling the shots? Because you always hesitate before doing anything. If you were more proactive, you wouldn't be waiting until just before the photographic clusters finally deal with the skirt. This guy is way too blunt. If it were Chunxi, at least he'd be a little more tactful. Well, Xia Shishan isn't looking, I subtly flip him off. You don't yet? Don't go snooping through my stuff. Like I'd want to. Under Xia Shishan's prodding, I awkwardly stop my search. At least I've gotten enough information. Just as I am quickly organizing the details in my hand, my phone buzzes aggressively in my pocket. I pull it out and look at the screen. An unknown number. No location showing. Whose number is this? Not even a location tag. Probably one of the student loan scams. I heard some guy in the science department got scammed out of 50 grand last month. Oh. Shut the front door. Better not answer it. I slid the decline button upward with my thumb, but for some reason the call still went through. Huh? A high-pitched static screeches from the speaker. I tried tapping the decline button again, but the phone wouldn't respond. Huh? Why did you answer it? I didn't. Look! Just as I am about to show Xia Shishan the broken button, a burst of static mixed with that familiar metallic clanking rings in my ears. Suddenly, all the lights in the bedroom start flickering wildly, and a cry escaped me before I can stop it. Ah! Hey, calm down. You heard it too, right? The clanking sound from the phone. That ghostly figure really did follow us. What do we do? Just hang up already. I'm trying. But now it's working no matter how many times I press it. The metallic sound grows sharper, as if closing in from a distance. A chill crept through the air, and the room grows cold. It feels hard to breathe. My entire body goes rigid. I can't move a muscle, like I am trapped in a sleep paralysis. All I can do is stare at the screen as the speaker keeps blaring those twisted sounds. Give me the phone! Xia Shishan snatches it from my hand and starts jabbing at the power button on the side, over and over. But that awful noise still echoes through every corner of the bedroom. I can see beads of sweat. I can see beads of sweat forming at his temples. He sways side with frustration. He tries to pry the phone apart, but no matter how hard he tries, it won't budge. His patience gone. He raises his arm and slams the phone against the floor. Dude, that's someone's phone! A heavy crack rings out, and with it, that grating metallic sound finally stops, like a taut string suddenly snapping. The silence that follows is suffocating. Time seems to freeze, and Xia Shishan and I stand there, frozen in place. I am not sure how long passed before I finally snap out of it and scramble to pick up the phone from the floor. There isn't a single visible dent on it. I hold on the power button, and the screen lights up with a normal lock screen. Must have been the wind. What the hell was that? What exactly did you get yourself into? I don't know either. Now do you believe me about the curse? I glance at the phone again. There's maybe an hour left before the sunset. Given what just happened, it is probably best to get out of here. Going back to my apartment alone means I might see that shadow again. Better just stay at my parents' place tonight. Got the address. I'm out. I'm heading back to the dorm too then. You take the subway. I'm staying with my parents tonight, so I'll go my way later. Oh, and don't be late tomorrow. Trying to act like I have it together, I leave Xiaxishan standing there, still processing, and hurry out of his place and down the stairs. It's a slow build-up. It's a slow burn. The next afternoon, I rush to the school's north gate. From a distance, I can see Chengxi and Xiaxishan leaning against the flower bed, holding cups of milk tea and chatting. They have clearly been waiting a while. I'm the one who's late today. After last night, the fear just won't leave me alone. I toss and turn for hours, barely sleeping. I am finally starting to drift off when, bam, it is already 10:30 when I wake up. Mingjun, you look like crap. Did you even sleep last night? I only fell asleep way past midnight. Here, this is for you. Oh, I love Chengxi. Like, I really want to know Xiaxishan's first. I need to know. Went all the way to Chigi. What is that? Chigi? Chaji. Oh, it's Chaji. Okay. Went all the way to Chaji to get it. Best stuff for waking up. Thanks. Grateful, I take the milk tea from Chengxi and shove the straw in with a little too much force. Actually, Shishan is the one who paid for it. I glance at Xiaxishan's out of the corner of my eye. Just as I am about to say thanks, he beats me to it. Don't mention it. You're covering dinner for me and Chengxi's tonight, too. Now, let's go. What a pain. I actually almost want to thank him. Now I regret it. Based on the address info we gathered yesterday afternoon, Wang Mengyao's place is a bit far from school, so the three of us hail a taxi and head over. After about a 20-minute drive, we pull up in front of the wall surrounding an old neighborhood. It's one of those old Xinchun neighborhoods. Looks like they're doing some renovations. I peer through a gap in the wall surrounding the complex. A couple of trucks loaded with bricks are parked nearby, workers in orange vests bustling in and out. Scaffolding has been erected around a few of the residential buildings, probably for some exterior work and reinforcement. I heard last year the city government is putting over $1 billion into renovating old neighborhoods. Guess it's true. We follow the walls to south until we reach the main entrance. The original gate is almost completely torn down, and the ground in front is being repaved. Fresh cement still damp. Residents are walking in and out on temporary wooden planks. No wonder the taxi driver hasn't pulled up right at the gate earlier. Should we just go in? What building was it again? Let me check. And what are you gonna say once you're in? Just as I am about to step through the entrance, Xiaxishan's voice stopped me from behind. Huh? Tell them about what happened in primary school. No! Mingjun, no! Don't do that, bro! Okay, say you're one of Wang Mengyao's family members. It's been 9 years and suddenly a group of people shows up at your door. They don't say anything, just start asking about how she died. How would that make you feel? Crap. I've been so focused in finding a quick way to break the photo's curse that I haven't thought about how we'd actually approach her family. No worries, looks like there's a market over there. How about we grab some fruit as a gift? Chelsea pats my arm and points toward an alley across the street. It stretches back, lined on both sides with breakfast shops and fruit stalls. Even though it is almost noon, there's still a good number of people around. Let's go check it out. We walk into the market and pick a fruit stall that looks decent. The vendor helps us pick out some seasonal grapes and persimmons. After paying and picking up the fruit bag in a double layer of plastic, we turn back towards the neighborhood entrance. When we go in, we'll just say we're organizing a class reunion and wanted to stop by at Wang Mengyao's place. That should be fine, right? I deliberately hold up the bag of fruit for Xiaxishan to see. He tilts his head and looks at me with a satisfied expression. So you do have your moments of clarity once in a while. One of these days, I swear I'm gonna punch that face. Ready? Let's get moving. The security guard's been eyeing us for a while. Catching my irritation, Chunxi quickly steers the conversation elsewhere. Under the guard's watchful gaze, we walk across the creaky wooden planks, step over the still damp cement, and make our way into the neighborhood, which is still in the middle of renovations. Directly ahead, a large circular area looks like an unfinished flower bed. A path stretches out in the front of the flower bed and behind it, splitting the neighborhood into two sides. One on each side stands a dozen or so five-story residential buildings. Building 7 should be on the left. I check the address on my phone, then turn left past the flower bed. It doesn't take long to find Building 7. Ugh, the paint smell is way too strong. My nose is starting to stink. As soon as we step into the stairwell, Chunxi pinches his nose and starts complaining about the reek of paint. The handrails are painted this ugly dark green. Looks like they've just been done recently. This I think it's because I'm from Southeast Asia as well that I know how this one looks and feels. Guess we pick a bad time. Just gotta deal with it for now. We pick up the pace, climbing the dusty stairs at the 4th floor. There it is, apartment 401. The dark brown metal door is plastered with tiny ads for locksmiths and repair services, and the Spring Festival cupolas on either side has long since faded and torn, the battered paper fluttering faintly in the breeze. It doesn't look like anyone actually lives here. Oh look! College ARF made from flyers. I ignored Chunxi's joke, already worrying that today might be a wasted trip. Might as well try knocking first. Nothing happens, huh? Try knocking harder? I put some force into my knuckles and knock again. Still nothing from inside. Wait, did nobody actually live here? It's been almost 10 years since this address was recorded. If this falls through, we lose our only lead. Just as I am weighing. How do you spell? Just as I am weighing what to do next, the dark brown door creaks open. A tall, gaunt man with sunken cheeks stands in the doorway. The stench of cigarette smoke mixed with the paint fumes from the stairwell hit me, and I instinctively hold my breath. Who is it? Oh, hi, is this Wang Mengyao's place? Yeah, I'm her dad. Oh, I was her classmate back in primary school. We're organizing a class reunion for the 10-year graduation anniversary. And even though Wang Mengyao transferred out, we still wanted to invite her to come. I stammered through my explanation, catching Xiaxishan shooting me a look that pointedly indicates the fruit in my hand. Oh, and we brought some fruit for you. Hope you don't mind. The man leans against the door frame, giving the three of us a slow once-over with his dull eyes. After a few seconds of silence, he pushes the door fully open and gestures for us to come in. No need to take off your shoes, just come in. Thanks, sir. The place is smaller than I expected. A compact living room connected to 2 bedrooms, with a kitchen and a bathroom tucked in the right corner. He leads us over to a simple little table against the wall, grabs a few wooden chairs and motions for us to sit. The ashtray on the table is overflowing with yellow cigarette butts. There's nothing else on it. I set the fruit back down gently on the table. I'm Xu Mingjun. This is Chunxi and that's Xia Xixiang. Hey there, Mr. Wang. Worried things might get too awkward, I take the lead introducing us, and Chunxi chimes in with a goofy laugh. The man pours each of us a glass of water, then pulls a cigarette from his pocket and lights it. He takes a long drag and tilts his head back, exhaling a cloud of white smoke. I don't really like it when people smoke indoors. For now, all I could do was hold my breath and deal with it. You guys were from the experimental primary school, right? Yeah, that's right. Thanks for coming all this way. But as for the reunion, Meng Yao wouldn't be able to make it. That is the answer I expected, but I need to extra press so I could prep her more. What do you mean won't be able to make it? Is she not in Wuxi right now? The man shakes his head and slowly exhales another stream of smoke through his nose. She passed away before graduating primary school. Passed away? Yeah, she won't be coming. Finish your water, take a rest, and then you can head off. Faced with the sudden dismissal, I quickly get up and stop the man before he can head to the door. Wait, Mr. Wang, could I ask how she died? We were really close in primary school. She used to drag me to the playground after class all the time to play cat's cradle. You're Miss Lee's son, right? I remember you. Yeah, so you know my mom? I knew all the teachers in your class. Hard not to, after Meng Yao's grandmother stormed the school for almost a whole week. Huh? The man gestures for me to sit back down, then stops his cigarette out hard in the ashtray. A few months before graduation that year, Meng Yao hung herself from the transom window above the back door of the classroom. The school said she transferred though. She took her own life? That's what the police conclude. The truth is, I never believed Meng Yao would kill herself. Neither did my mother, Meng Yao's grandmother. So after it happened, her mother raised hell at the school for days. So that is the real reason for the sudden week off back then. My job back then had me traveling all over the country for projects. I left Meng Yao in Wuxi with her grandmother. If I'd known, I should have stayed by their side. His brow furrowed as he let out a long, heavy sigh, as if trying to exhale all the pain and regret at once. By the time I made it back to Wuxi, 2 days had already passed. Her grandmother was in a really bad state. I couldn't handle her on my own. Your mom and the other teachers helped me a lot. After the school settled with us, that was it. No one looked into it any further. To this day, I still don't know why Meng Yao did it. So my mom knew about Wang Meng Yao's death. But more than that, right now, Wang Meng Yao's grandmother was on my mind. So if you don't mind me asking, how is Meng Yao's grandmother doing now? She's gone too. Not long after Meng Yao passed, she lost her mind and job. It's just me in this house now. My condolence. The heaviness in this room is suffocating. I don't know how to keep the conversation going. I glance over at Chengxi and Shishan. Both of them have their brows knit tight, silent. But after hearing all of this from her father, I start wondering if the shadow that has been following me is actually Wang Meng Yao's grandmother. That figure with the scissors only started showing up after I dug up Meng Yao's photo after all. Oh, you said you were having a class reunion, right? That bedroom over there was Meng Yao's. I haven't really touched it all these years. You can go in and take something, let it go in her place. Really? Yeah, I figured if she were still here, she'd want to go. I should look at the other two, then stand up and walk into the bedroom the man pointed to. The room is simple, just a bed and a desk that has doubled as a bookshelf. But everything is clean. Looks like someone has been keeping it up. Time to see if there's anything useful. A light green knit scarf lay on the bed. I feel like I'd seen it somewhere before. The man notices me staring at the scarf and picks it up from the bed. Meng Yao's grandmother used to work as a seamstress at the factory back in the day. She liked knitting little things for her. She made 4 or 5 scarves like this one. Now I remember. In that photo I could never delete, the knit scarf Wang Meng Yao used to hang herself. It was the exact same style as this one. Oh. So her grandmother made all those scarves for her. No wonder she always had one with her even in summer. The scarf gives me the creeps, but I figure I'd take it anyway. Might be useful. Tucked into the narrow shelf of the bookcase are a few small plush toys and a tangled ball of red yarn tied in knots. This yarn. That's the one Meng Yao and I used to play cat's cradle with. Meng Yao's grandmother walked pretty slow, so she was always late picking her up from school. She gave her that to keep her busy while she waited. My mom used to stay late after class grading papers too. I always had to wait forever before we could walk home together. Honestly, if it weren't for Meng Yao keeping me company back then, I don't know how bored I've been. Is that so? Then you should take it. You really mean it? Thanks, Mr. Wang. Is it Mr. Wang? Mr. Wang? It's Wang, right? On the bottom shelf of the bookcase were a few primary school readers. I grabbed one at random and flipped through it. Suddenly, a small rectangular slip of paper fluttered out. I picked it up from the floor and turned it over. It was Wang Mengyao's red background ID photo. In the photo, Wang Mengyao had her hair tied up in two little buns, with cute star-shaped hair clips holding back the strands above her temples. I pocketed the photo. On the desk is a small pencil holder stuffed with a few markers and a long pair of scissors. Suddenly, the familiar clank-clank of metal rang in my ears. I shuddered. Mr. Wang, these scissors? Her grandmother usually used those for her knitting. What about them? Nothing. Did you find something to take? Yes, I did. That's Mr. Wang. Why do I keep saying it, Mr. Wang? It's Mr. Wang. We stuffed the things we'd pick up into any backpack and shuffled back into the living room. Chunxi nudged me with his elbow. I leaned in. Is any of this stuff actually useful? Should we ask Mr. Wang to get a Taoist priest or something to do our ritual? I don't know. Asking someone else to hire a priest just felt weird. But I didn't have any other ideas for breaking this curse. Should I just tell him the truth? But if I did, that meant admitting the class reunion thing was just an excuse. Mr. Wang, one more thing if that's okay? What is it? Have you noticed anything strange happening around you lately? Like seeing a dark figure, hearing weird sounds, stuff like that? Oh? What are you talking about? Nothing. Just glad everything's normal. We'll get going now. I gave the man a quick bow, grabbed Chelsea and Xiaxishan by the arms, and hurried out of the door. Honestly, I thought you were just gonna come out and say it. No way. He's already hurting enough. I can't just pull out a photo of his dead daughter and show him, can I? So what's your next move then? Xiaxishan's question leaves me speechless for a moment. We brought a few things from Wang Mengyao's room, but it didn't seem like any of it was going to lift the curse. Maybe we could take this stuff to Lingshan Grand Buddha and pray? But getting there from here is way too far. I don't know, let's just head downstairs. Seriously? You're so unreliable. I keep thinking through our next move as we go down the stairs. Maybe now that we've been into Wang Mengyao's place, that photo in the camera will finally let me delete it. Clutching at the flimsy hope, I pulled the camera out of my backpack. The other two noticed what I was doing and leaned in, confused. Let me try deleting it one more time. I turned the camera on, tapped the gallery button. The image that popped up made my whole body freeze. What? Is she gone from the photo? I tapped delete fast, the confirmation screen appeared. Just I am about to confirm something strange happens. The stairwell, which had been bathed in sunlight a second ago, plunged into a dead, suffocating darkness, like someone had yanked the cord on reality itself. The sounds of everyday life drifting from the apartments, the murmurs, the clatter, all of it vanished in an instant, as if an invisible hand had hit mute. A metallic rhythm, eerily offbeat, crept up from the lower floors, accompanied by footsteps, like something that didn't belong to this world was slowly drawing closer. You guys hear something weird? It was Chunxi who broke the silence, his voice low and barely steady. Looks like it wasn't just me this time. Both of them had been dragged into this curse too. Sounds like something's coming up. Are we in trouble or something? Move! Go up! Now! Xiaxishan yells as he grabs both me and Chelsea by the collars and yanks us back. I shoved the camera into my pocket, not even bothering to catch my breath, and together we hauled a panicking Chelsea up the stairs as fast as we could. Oh, okay. Mijing, what the hell was that thing chasing us? I have no idea. You too, calm down. Get back to Wang Mengyao's place on the 4th floor. But this doesn't make any sense. We started from the 3rd floor. We've gone up 2 floors already. Why haven't we hit the 4th floor yet? Oh my... Of course it's the 4th floor. God. Of course, the fourth floor. Huh? Xia Shishan and I stop dead at the same time, then look up at the number plate on the left. Room 301. So we've been stuck on the third floor this whole time. I rush to the door of 301 and start pounding on it with everything I have. Is anyone there? Please open up. Help us. But no matter how hard I know or how loud I get, there's no answer from behind the door. Like there's no one there at all. No way. Should we try going down? And run right into that thing? Enough! Keep going up. Maybe we'll actually get somewhere. Xia Shishan keeps pulling me and Qingxi up the stairs. But no matter how many floors we go up, we always end up on the third floor. I lose track of how long we've been running. My legs feel like they are stuck in quicksand. Every step gives me a feel like something is grabbing my ankles. We have no choice but to stop, leaning against the wall to catch our breath. The sound of shears echoes through the stairwell, growing sharper and sharper like it is cutting through the air itself. I shudder and slowly turn my head to look down the stairs. Hello? Before I knew it, a human-made creature with its features all over the place and its legs twisted at unnatural angle stands in the stairs not far away. A pair of sharp shears hung from its hand as it slowly closes in. That thing's coming for us! Qingxi screams, clutching into Xia Shishan's arm so hard his veins bulge. Hey, Qingxi, let's go! Even Xia Shishan, usually way calm than me, is starting to panic now. I shove my fear down and frantically rummage through my backpack, looking for anything that could help. But all I found is my tablet and a few little things we've taken from Wang Mengyao's place. What am I supposed to do? Maybe I could hit it with the tablet, but will physical stuff even hurt something like this? I don't have the choice. I have to try something. I pull out the tablet and aim it at the creature's head. Then I notice a small slip of paper has fallen off the back of the tablet and fluttered down right in the front of the thing. Crap! Wang Mengyao's ID photo must have been stuck to the tablet. But to my surprise, the creature actually reacts to the photo. Its hand, the one that has been working the shears non-stop, froze mid-motion. One of its eyes half slipped out of its socket, fixes on the photo lying on the stand. Wait, maybe this is Wang Mengyao's grandma and she was using this scissor because she wanted to cut the rope that was could have cut the scarf that Mengyao hung. It's a working theory because the dad did say that the scissor was from her grandma. So this thing really is. Before I could finish the thought, the twisted creature let out a sound that sent chills down my spine. It is a voice between a muffled sob and a choked wail forced out from a throat clogged with mud. Suddenly, it feels like needles tap deep into my ears. A surge of noise floods my head, overwhelming everything else. What? The ringing flutes. Oh my god, guys. Sorry, I'm just going to. Can I? Okay. Sorry, that is really painful. The high-pitched static is punctuated by broken syllables. I instinctively clamp my hands over my ears and stumble back a few steps, nearly falling. You okay? Xia Shishan presses his left hand against my back to keep me from tipping over. I think that thing just said something. Did either of you catch it? Xia Shishan and Qingxi exchange a confused look, then both turn to me and shake their heads, so I am the only one who hear it. But it definitely reacted to Wang Mengyao's photo. Try throwing something else at it? I'll try. Mingjing, whatever you're gonna do it fast. That thing's moving again. Okay. Okay. Oh! Ah! The metallic screech rings out again as the creature launches up the steps in that twisted, unnatural way. The stench of pain and rust grows thicker, closer, making my stomach turn. I fumble to shove the tablet back into my bag and pull out the red yarn and the scarf. My nerve stretches to the breaking point. What does that mean? Then the ringing comes back. I strain to make sense of the garbled syllables breaking through the noise. What was it trying to say? Who are? My ears hurt so bad. Stay with me. It's almost here. Just throw something down already. Urged on by Xia Shishan, I look at the two things in my hands. Which one I should throw first? Okay, let me save. I'm thinking it's like the red yarn. Start with the smaller one. I roll the red yarn into a tie ball and toss it down the stairs. It lands right in front of the creature and it stops again. It stopped again! It worked! If it's reacting to objects, maybe it still has some kind of awareness. Clutching that faint foolish hope, I force myself to speak. My name is Su Mengjing. I was friends with Wang Wenyao. We used to play cat's cradle together back in primary school. Is Mingyu seriously talking to that thing? Shh! Xia Shishan slaps a hand off her Chenxi's mouth and motions for me to keep going. This is just a guess, but are you Wang Mengyao's grandmother? I don't know why she did it. I just took a picture of her body and ran. If you've been haunting me because of that photo, please, I don't know anything. Just leave me alone. For delete. Snip. Huh? The creature's body begins to writhe violently, like it is possessed. The sunken skull sways back and forth, thick starlight sludge pouring from its stretched mouth. Its already mangled limbs twist further, the joints grinding with a sound that makes my teeth ache like they can snap at any second. It raises its withered arms, holds the skizzer in front of its chest, and drops its spine into a low crouch, a predator about to spring. My brain screams at me to move. Fear shot through me like lightning. But my legs are frozen, like they're filled with lead. I can't even take a single step back. Move! Damn it! Where's the scarf? It's coming! I squeeze my eyes shut and lift the scarf over my head. The stench of blood flooded my nostril in an instant. Behind me, my friends are screaming. The skizzers are closing in, and the sound is deafening. Clang. The moment something soft drops over my shoulder, the ringing in my ears and the suffocating tension vanish without a trace. Even with my eyes shut tight, I can feel the darkness around me slowly giving way to light. Okay? It's gone. Mengjing! The thing is gone. Junxi's cheer comes from behind me. Only by this moment that I dare to open my eyes, trembling, and look up at my hands still frozen in the air. The scarf in my hands has been torn in half, now hanging limply over my shoulders. I knew it. Okay. So all that thing wanted was to cut the scarf? That scared the hell out of me. My legs give out. It is like all the strength have been drained from my body, and I collapse to the ground. My knees hit the floor with a dull thud, but it's nothing compared to the pounding in my chest. Hey, you okay? I thought I was a goner. Didn't think it'd just disappear after cutting the scarf. Honestly, I figured it'd chop you in half first. Are you even human? So, does this mean we're good? Mengjing, check if that cursed photo is gone yet. Probably... likely gone. See, I knew it. When I turn the gallery on, I am surprised to see the photo of the body is gone. The photo's gone, look! Guess we don't have to worry about that photographic class anymore. Wait, let me double check. You two stand over there. I switch the camera back to shooting mode and snap a picture of Shenxi and Shishan standing side by side. Done? How does it look? Doesn't look good. Damn, the shadow's still there. No way, let me see. I show them the photo I've just taken. Just like the one I've taken in the cafeteria, there was a blurry human shape shadow right between Chongxi and Xia Shishan. But shouldn't the curse be lifted by now? I don't know, maybe there's still something we miss. Looks like something's on the stairs over there. Chelshi and I both look toward the steps Yashishan is pointing at, the spot where the creature had been standing. It's a photo. I bend down, pick it up from the step, and dust it off. It's her and her grandma, is it? This is with her father. This is Wang Mengyao. In the photo, Wang Mengyao is smiling brightly, her hands deftly working cat's cradle. Standing next to her is an adult man whose face isn't fully in the frame. Looks like the picture of her and her dad. I pocket it for now. So, are you gonna keep digging into this curse, Mengjing? Probably. I mean, the shadows still show up when I take pictures. Honestly, I'd drop it if I were you. The shadows only mess with your photographic class. Keep digging and you might not make it out alive. I am with Shishan in this one. What happened today? There's no way the three of us can handle something like that. But you're not stupid that you can't tell when something's a real threat to your life, are you? Fine. I'll drop it. I'm not looking into it anymore. Alright, mission accomplished. Let's go grab dinner. You're buying. I shoot Xia Shishan a dirty look, then turn and start heading downstairs. Is this really it for the curse? Guess I'll have to find some other way to deal with the photography class. But somewhere inside, I still have this nagging feeling. As long as the shadows keep showing up in my photos, someday I'd have to face those terrifying supernatural things again. Intermezzo. Alright, I think we're gonna end it here. This one is interesting. It is either me being I'm too used to mystery stuff, or the plot is kind of predictable in some ways. But you know, there's nothing bad about being predictable. Maybe I'm just acting like a smart ass most of the times. I do have the knack to predict and read people after all. So we'll be ending it here. It's a light read after all. I just I was really itching to start on this because I was so weak for so many days. It's insane how many days I just felt so weak, and then my insomnia wasn't helping at all. I was not getting enough sleep. And even right now, I think I wasn't getting enough sleep still. But I'm regaining my energy back. I'm going to start going back to drawing soon. I have been drafting stuff. So yeah. Thank you so much for being here, joining me on this session of what's the name? Curse of the Shadows? Yeah. I will get back to this one again later. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Take care, everyone. Don't forget to sleep. Don't forget to take care of yourself, okay?